Hey guys, what to do? It's your boy Supreme Shit the God, man. Just hopped out of bed, bro. I need to take daily naps now. I don't know why, but boy, been tired these days, you know what I'm saying? Also, to shave my hair, but you know, it is what it is. Unordinary. We're here. You know what I'm saying? We're here. I don't know. Everybody mad at Uru for these chapters, or mainly because they like John a lot and they want John to change or whatever. But I like what Uru's doing. I like the decision making. I like that it's not your typical, oh, he gets saved and saves the day and blah 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 blah. I actually don't think John is gonna end be a nice character. You know what I'm saying? I think Uru wants to make it not so easy for people to go from bad to good. Like it's not easy. Like some people gotta go to jail for years. You know what I'm saying? You also know that repeated offenders is a thing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of repeated offenders when it comes to criminals, crime, etc., etc. It's not something you can just fix with the power of love. You know what I'm saying? It's something that takes hella time, hella rehabilitation, and just a lot of effort. And I think people I'm mad that it's taking that much. That they feel like, oh, John was good until Arlo or whatever, but John was never going head on against the problem. You know what I'm saying? Which was himself. He was hiding away from himself. He was hiding away. He was never facing his demons. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing. He hid behind this thin veil of I have no powers. I can't do anything. When obviously ultimately he had the most powers and he can do the most. He can do a lot. If you see injustice and you just sit around, you are part of the problem. If you see somebody getting, obviously unless they're getting shot up with bullets, you can't do shit. But tell, you know what I'm saying? Snitch out there. Just keep your identity a secret. Snitch, but don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Look, if you see a kid getting bullied, clearly getting beaten by other little kids, like you can grab that kid and protect that kid. You know what I'm saying? Those things we can do in life. If we're just standing around watching injustice, we're part of the problem. So I think that's what Uru is trying to say here. I think that her overarching message is a lot bigger than a lot of people want to give her credit for because everybody's too emotional and too mad. And I'm glad, I'm proud for once. I'm happy with the webtoon comments. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is actually like, yo, think about it, like, yo, she's been getting so much hate, like people gotta chill, gotta understand she works hard for this story. She thought about this story. She's way ahead of this story than any of us are. You know what I'm saying? So let's relax over here. This is not Game of Thrones type shit where Daenerys made little to no sense. And even then some people thought it made sense how her character went 360 like those. But John has been moving that way for a long time. A lot of people were defending John at the start. I was one of the earliest people to stop defending John for my own reason because I saw that nah, this guy, you know what I'm saying, people are giving him too much sympathy points. But as you guys continue giving him sympathy points, you started to realize, oh, he's doing worse and worse and worse things, and he's becoming less and less redeemable. But I think that was kind of always the point. It wasn't like suddenly he's contradicting himself. It was slowly he started going to his true form, which is power hungry. It was proven when Claire told her story that this is how John is with power. You know what I'm saying? This is just how John is as a character. It's a bunch of pent up rage. It's like an explosion. You know what I'm saying? He pent up everything and built it up and built it up and built it up and refused to open up any little bit. And of course, now that he's released, it's chaotic. So I don't know why people expect him to act normal and act regular and to not contradict himself when we contradict ourselves every day. You know what I'm saying? Like we contradict ourselves all the time. And also like we have to understand that that John is somebody going through trauma, and I can't believe I'm the one defending John here, but I'm sick of the comments of people saying John is too contradictory. I say if you say he's irredeemable or irredeemable as a character for his actions, I can agree with you. That's cool. If you say fuck John, which I've been saying for time, that's cool. But to say that his character is inconsistent, I actually don't believe that. I believe that when somebody is going through a mental problem like that, they are all over the place. To be honest, like we're all over the place even when we're not technically diagnosed with anything. And our boy is definitely gotta be diagnosed with a bunch of shit, including PTSD. You know what I mean? So like I just don't agree with the reaction of the fan base. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to stop Unordinary. This is why my 193 was a rant. It wasn't to do with the author, because I think the author Uru is doing a phenomenal job. I think the fan base's reaction to certain things and situations that they don't agree with because they like the character is what's stripping them up. Like when Arlo did some bad shit, I wasn't mad at the author. I was mad at Arlo. You know what I'm saying? Like it is that's how I felt about the situation when he didn't stop Zeke or defend John when Zeke was attacking him. I was disappointed in Arlo. I wasn't disappointed in Otto. It made sense for me for Arlo to do what he did, like for him to tell the school, "I'm not helping y'all." You know what I'm saying? Like because he was tired. Like it made sense. I don't know how y'all were reading the story extremely biased or just looking at what y'all want and ignoring everything else. I don't know how some of y'all were reading the story, but like to me the story makes perfect sense, and I really really enjoyed this chapter. I thought this chapter was phenomenal. I'm gonna touch up on a bit quicker, but I mainly just wanted to actually defend John's character here and said that I do not believe he's inconsistent. Actually, at one point I'm gonna make a full breakdown of John, but my weekly essay video, which I said I'm gonna be making a weekly essay video. So my first essay is gonna be on John, and I'm gonna write it. You know what I'm saying? I have to reread like essentially every goddamn chapter and go through everything and really concisely tell you guys John's arc and why it makes sense. I think maybe because we're waiting week by week, at some point people are forgetting what John has done and what John, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons why I've always been attacking John for his actions for a long time, is because I think a lot of people have been forgetting. But I have to do reviews for the thing all the time, so I usually have to reread it like a few times. You know what I'm saying? I usually have to go back and like looking at it while so I look at it more frequently, so for me, I don't forget these actions that so easily. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So obviously we began the chapter with Seraphina. She's strolling through, and Bleak sees him. He's like, "Oh, what's popping?" Like, and they're like, "Yo, why'd you have flyers? I thought we put up the flyers already." And Bleak is like, "Yeah, somebody's taking them shits down, bro." And Seraphina's like, "What the fuck?" And and Bleak is like, "Look, just in between classes," which I still ain't never seen these mofos have classes ever. I ain't never even seen a teacher in this bit. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, "Yo, let me help out." So she's putting it up, and obviously John's croonies pull up with Zeke's croonies, but Zeke is now John's croonie. So they pull up and they start chatting shit. Bam, bam, bam. We gonna beat you, cripple, bitch, all that, all that stigmatization or whatever the fuck. And they try to pull up, man. And the way Seraphina just handled those, she threw all the safe house goddamn flyers at them and started beating the brakes off of these guys, man. I was like, golly, I'm so proud of you. And you can see she's like, I miss this, boy. I miss whooping ass. And she ain't even got her powers on. She like, I miss this, boy. I miss whooping ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yes, Seraphina, we gonna get closer to your powers. We know that Arlo is gonna be the one to deal with that situation. I'm pretty positive, so I'm excited for that. You know what I'm saying? So obviously they start kung fu chopping this shit, and she's just handling. Then Zeke pulls up. He's like, "You gonna go regret this," and smacks Seraphina, and she bleeding and hurt and shit. Now I don't know if this is gonna be a trigger for John, if John sees it, but I don't think John's gonna see it. But he grabs Seraphina, and he's like, defying me is defying John, the king himself. Because again, see, this is one of the reasons other people are siding with John within the stories, because some people also hate. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are, people will hate you. This is just a fact. You know what I'm saying? People are extreme. Some people are extreme. Hitler got votes. You know what I'm saying? He became like, he had a majority support. A lot of people were with his shits. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that, like, somebody being bad does not mean other people don't agree with it. And that's why it got like John gets a lot of defenders and stuff like that. I just don't agree with why they defend them. I don't care with them liking them. I just don't agree with the why they defend them. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But here you see it again, like, people, this is all realistic to me, at least. Like, people be like this. You know what I'm saying? Like the Despacho, whatever the fuck they were for the goddamn Nazis, like, it does not matter what regime you have, positive or negative, people would hate one side or the other. People will always hate those, like, the diversity in people, those 7 point something billion of us. Somebody gonna have a crazy thought. Somebody gonna follow it. It doesn't matter how wild it is. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So Seraphina's like, fuck that shit. Kicks him in the nutsack. I'm like, finally, like, people are making sense. That's how you make, people are making sense, man. If they stronger than you, kick him in the nutsack. She jumps through stairs and shit. I thought she might have cracked her ankle, but she's still running. Then Bleak pulls up, man. Bleak pulls up, is like, what's happening? Like, are you okay? Like, she's like, man, this Zeke got after me, man. Pooh, Bleak is pissed. He ain't having this shit. Bleak is pissed. He's like, Zeke is like, yo, stop this shit. Don't help her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you be going against the king. Blah, 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 blah. And Zeke says the GOAT quote. Yeah, I can't even show y'all because I'm afraid of getting copyright struck. But he's like I care. Go ahead and report me to your king then. You know what I'm saying? While you out of tell him to go fuck himself. I was like, oh Lord, Zeke, Ezekiel. Oh my God, we love you, Bleak. I don't want to call him Zeke, but fuck Zeke. You know what I'm saying? We love Bleak. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That was a phenomenal chapter. I thoroughly enjoyed that shit. And URU, keep doing it. You killing it. Do not listen to these haters, hating ass people. Like, people don't like it when their favorite character in a show dies, or the favorite character turns evil, or the favorite character turns good, whatever it might be. People don't like those, you know what I'm saying? But URU, you've been writing a phenomenal story. Yes, it's moving a little bit slowly. You're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I have critiques of myself, like of your stories, the same way people have critiques of me all the time. Like, I have critiques of you too, but at the same time, I think you're doing a phenomenal job. It's still one of my favorite stories to read. At the end of the day, if you look at, like, I think, for me personally, I think that Tower of God went down more than Unordinary did. And yet people were writing that shit. It's nutsack 24/7 regardless, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I really think it depends on preferences in many different aspects. I think John's character arc has been phenomenal, despite me hating, oh, I don't even hate John, he's one of my favorite characters, but me, you know, quote unquote disliking John and who he currently is. I really think that the author has done a phenomenal job in that. And the fact that people have such strong reactions, I think that means that's a compelling, for me, that's a telling that it's a compellingly written story, or a compelling story. Because, like, if people didn't give a shit, that means the story is not written good. But people care, people are arguing, people are fighting, people are controversial, people are mad at me for my opinions. That means, like, people care and love this shit, you know what I'm saying? There's a few stories I want to tackle, including the football one, the soccer one, Blue Lock. I'm gonna tackle that properly, because last video I made, I got absolutely murdered, because people don't want to hear your opinion unless, you know, you come true with that. You know, to be fair, I ain't come true with the full research and facts and details to my arguments, which is why the essay thing is coming true. You know what I'm saying? I want to concisely tell you stuff that I can't tell you like this, because one of the reasons I do my videos like this for reviews is so that I never feel like it's a job, so that I enjoy doing it, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy talking about the piece, you know what I mean? But it's to be honest, the fan base is normally what annoys me. It's like they're not willing to hear things. I'm okay with people commenting their opinions and us having discussions and shit, but it's, you know, but it's crazy when, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, ignorant, whatever. Well, anyways, I'm back for y'all, Unordinary guys. You know what I'm saying? It's been your boys, Premature to God. Hopefully we can just have more discussions. I really liked the 12093 rant, because there was like 107 comments and people are talking, and that's what's important. Like, people are having conversation and dialogue and opening up about the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's been your boys, Premature to God. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We need 600 subs, guys. Come on, man. We I know it's only the 1st of August, but we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to turn on their sharing guns. I'm out.